welcome to my channel. My name's Nikki and this is my mid-year bullet journal setup. So I'll be using this Yop and Tom dot grid journal. It's got bright white pages, it's 160 GSM, it's got 2 bookmarks and a pocket at the back and an elastic belly band. These journals are also great because they come with a pre-made grid spacing guide, which is so handy, and it means that I don't have to set one up every time I set up a new journal. These are the supplies that I'll be mainly using for this setup. So these are Archerandolive acrylographs, and I've got some from the Jewel selection and some from the Warm Fall selection. And then finally I'll be using 2 Pigma microns. I've got 01 and 05. So let's jump into it. So the Yop and Tom journals come with a nameplate page pre-printed in them, which I know some other journal companies don't necessarily do this, but you know, the Yop and Tom journals do come with a place to put your name, your email address, your phone number, just in case you ever so happen to lose your journal. It could be returned to you. I usually just kind of leave this blank and just write my name and don't really do anything else here, but this time I decided to add quite a lot of decoration to this page, just so that when I open it up I can see all the nice bright colours literally as soon as I open the first page. So I have gone for an insects, bugs kind of theme for my start of journal pages, and I really like how this turned out. I feel like these are a lot brighter colours than I maybe usually would go for. I think I usually would tend towards maybe some more muted tones, but I really like how this came out, and I feel like it looks really summery, and it was also super easy to do. So I'm just drawing out loads of different little types of bugs. There's no kind of rhyme or reason to it, and the good thing about this is you can literally be doing whatever sort of pattern on the bugs that you want. You know, they're still going to look good no matter what you kind of do, because in, you know, real life every little bug looks completely different, so you know, they don't have to be super realistic, and you know, they can have pretty much whatever you want on there really. So yeah, just going through with my acrylographs. As you can see, they layer on top of each other so well, these acrylograph pens. They dry super quickly, so it's really easy to be building the layers up. And the colours do look so vibrant on top of each other as well, which I really like. And I'm really happy with the colour palette that I chose. I think they all go together really well. So I think I had 4 pens from the Jewel selection, and then another 3 pens from the Warm Fall selection. And I think I picked some, you know, really nice colours. They're nice and bright and bold, but they also go together really well. So just finishing up sort of the little filler bugs, the little tiny ones, adding in those just to fill up some blank spaces. And then finally I'm just going in with my yellow acrylograph to add in some stars, which I think just kind of made it a bit more fun and definitely filled in more of those blank spaces. So yeah, just filling it all in with little stars. If you did want to recreate something like this, I think you definitely could do something like this with like brush pens or Crayola super tips, anything like that. You know, you don't need to have acrylographs to do something like this. I just happened to have them and I knew that this would look really good, so that's what I've gone for. And then to finish this spread off, I'm just writing in my name and also my social media handles as well, just in case I do so happen to lose my journal. Hopefully someone will be able to get in contact with me to return it. So yep, that's my nameplate page all finished. moving on to the next page, this is just a Hello 2023 page, and then in brackets I've just put again because it's a mid-year setup. But I just thought it would be nice to have this spread just in case I ever want to look back on my journals. I'll be able to easily tell what year it was from, and I'm just kind of doing the same decoration that I did on the nameplate page, which is just loads of bugs dotted about the place. Again, no rhyme or reason to it, just wherever I think they'll look good, whatever colours I think will look good. Like I said before, something like this is really easy because you don't have to worry too much about, you know, you've picked a set amount of colours, so you know you're not going to go overboard with the colours, and you don't need to be too picky about what bug goes where or what it looks like. You know, every bug has a different pattern on it anyway, so I think this was just a nice, easy theme idea. And you could definitely do something like this for like a monthly spread if you wanted instead. I just really like how it turned out, and I think it's so colourful and so cheery for like a start of bullet journal setup. So just while I'm adding in those last little bugs, on the left hand side you can see that there's an index page. So the Op and Tom journals also come with index pages pre-printed at the start of the journal, which is also super handy because I know a lot of other journal companies don't do this. All the pages are also numbered, so that's super handy for helping you fill in your index page as well. So that's another reason why I really like these journals. So just adding in more stars. I'm usually a sparkles person, but I feel like the stars worked a lot better than little sparkles in between the bugs. I think it just makes it look fun, and it just makes me feel happy when I look at it. So I'm really happy with that. And then in the bottom right hand corner, I'm just writing Hello 2023, and then in little brackets I've just put again, you know, seeing as this is a mid-year setup. Moving on to my year at a glance / future log spread. I don't really know what to call these ever. I feel like I always get it wrong each time. So I am just doing a year's worth of mini calendars, so starting with July and going through to June, just because even though I feel like this journal will only last me for around 6 months, sometimes it's nice to have a space where you can plan ahead for future months, fill in things like birthdays or events that are coming up, and then it will be easier to migrate over to like the next journal. So I'm just speeding through this one a little bit just because it is getting a bit repetitive with all the bugs. So I'm just kind of doing the same bugs, the same you know, concept, just dotting them all around the place, using little tiny bugs as fillers, and then I'll also be adding in some stars as well. And I'm really liking how busy the spreads are turning out. Usually I'm quite more minimal, I would say, but I like how busy they are. I think it adds a lot. The next spread that I'm setting up is my goals page. I feel like midway through the year is a good time to have a check-in and maybe reset some goals or change the goalposts a little bit if you're maybe a bit too ambitious or not ambitious enough in the first half of the year. So I'm just writing the title in this funky font that I found on Pinterest, and I've really been enjoying, and I think it kind of adds to the playfulness of like the little bugs and everything. Then I'm adding in one of those beetles just as decoration, some more stars obviously, and I'm just giving myself a space for personal, art, family and other goals. Moving on to the right hand side, this spread is called Then and Again. So the concept here is that I've got a bunch of categories and I'm gonna kind of write my favourite, for example my favourite song, my favourite TV show, what my weight was, little things like that. So I'll write down what they all were at the start of July when this journal starts, and then I will also write them down at the end of December when the journal is completed, just as a place to compare, see how things have changed in a way. Just a little fun, like memory keeping sort of thing. So again, I've written the title out and gone for a little caterpillar doodle next to this one. And I really love how the caterpillar comes out. Actually, this is one of my favourite little bugs to draw, just because it's super easy and I think it looks really cute. More of those little stars as well in a second, just for decoration. We're loving the stars at the moment. And then I'm just doing my little line down the middle with my category. So I've got song, TV show, film, weight, book, place and food. This one is a super simple setup. It's just a memories spread. So I've got the title memories, I've got a little dragonfly-ish bug in the bottom corner for decoration and just a really simple border around it. I wanted to give myself loads of space to be able to stick in pictures or maybe like tickets or any little kind of memories that I have over the next 6 months. Write down quotes maybe that my kids have said, or any special kind of memories. I just wanted to have enough space to be able to do it and not have too much fuss with decoration here, so I just tried to keep it super simple. But this little dragonfly, he's really easy to draw, and I do really like how this came out overall. I think it was important to keep some of my spreads simple, seeing as the first couple of pages were so busy with all the bugs and all the colour, so I think this is a good balance. So the last sets of pages are some social media planning pages. So one of my goals for this year was to try and build my social media channels. So I just wanted a place to kind of do some planning for that. And I thought the start of my journal would be a good place. I really enjoy watching other people's bullet journaling content, and I'm really hoping that I can kind of get myself out there a bit more. So I thought this would be quite helpful spreads for me to have. I'm not sure how well they'll function for me, but I just thought this was a good starting point. I'm quite small on social media at the moment, but I'm hoping that at some point I will be able to be sharing my content with a much bigger audience. that's it, we're into the final flip through. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching, really appreciate it. I hope that you enjoyed this video and liked my setup, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.